Hey, this is Timmara signing on with some more of Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Legendary Edition, bleh. Okay, anyways. Oh, sorry, I lost another thing on the marker, and that's back to this, the wreck. Anyways, so last time after doing some running around, we recruited some new friends. We got Tali, we got Garrus, we got Rex, he's not with us right now. And we basically figured out some information to get Saren booed off the Specters. And now, as Shepard, we are a Spectre ourselves, and we are ready to move on to the next mission, which took me a while to remember. Okay, docking bay.
Is still denying reports that one of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma Cluster.
Good for them. You can skip the elevators, but they're not that long. Okay, so there we go. It took me a while to remember. It's like, how do we get to the dock? I do not remember. Okay, we're here, so we can carry on. Let's paw out.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours.
Hell yeah.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
This isn't right. The Normandy belongs to you.
No, that's not.
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
Come clean with me, Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Spectres.
What happened?
I failed. I couldn't make the cut. It's not something I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story. For now, all you need to know is, I was sent on a mission with Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me.
Okay.
I had my shot. It came and went. Now you have a chance to make up for my mistakes.
What kind of leads do we have?
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after. The conduit. He's got us Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharos system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
The Reapers are the real threat.
Well, they're not around yet.
Council on this one, Shepard. I'm not sure they even exist.
But if they do exist, the conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the conduit, and we stop the Reapers from returning.
All right.
I'll stop him.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans.
Yay, our last party
We don't
member.
know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
Let's start there.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
Your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
I'll try not to make things any harder on you, Ambassador.
I don't want to hear you nag me to death.
You were a human long before you were a Spectre.
Okay.
I have a meeting to
I can
get
be
to.
both.
Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
I think I'm all good.
Yes, Commander?
How are you holding up?
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing.
Tough.
You're the one who can stop Saren. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
Tell me what happened with you and Saren 20 years ago.
It's close to 20 years ago now. Ambassador Goyle was our representative here on the Citadel. Like Udina, she wanted to get a human into the Spectres. She chose me.
She chose wrong.
The Council sent Saren to keep an eye on me and evaluate my performance, just like they sent Nihilus to keep tabs on you.
I think I deserve the whole story.
Yeah,
We
you.
had intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the Verge. Alliance intel had done all the work, but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. We compromised. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
This doesn't matter. I'm the one who asked.
I'm guessing
Jeez,
things
Shepard.
didn't go as planned.
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
How many casualties?
The explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire. Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere. Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500. Mostly civilians. Saren didn't care. The target was eliminated. Mission accomplished. And I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Specters.
How did you
Saren
get...
caused the explosion? How'd he pin it on you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre.
That's a pretty
Saren
poor
reported
excuse.
all the proof the council needed to kill my chances of becoming a Spectre.
Forget about the past.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. I blame Saren.
Blunt.
I think he wanted things to go bad. He was looking for an excuse to blow that refinery. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep humans out of the Spectres. If so, he pulled it off.
Why'd you let him get away with it?
Well, Jesus!
The council was going to listen to me or their best agent. I had a bad feeling about him right from the start. I should have been more careful. Maybe I could have stopped things before they got out of hand.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. Maybe he just likes the violence.
It's just, this doesn't
Maybe he
matter.
was just trying to make me look bad.
The only thing I care about is stopping Saren.
Well,
You're
damn.
right, Commander. It's no good living in the past.
Okay,
I should go.
let's move on then.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Sorry, that ended the conversation so bluntly and like, whatever. Oh, hey. Real quick, keeper. I found a couple of other keepers while I was just running around trying to figure out what to do next. So, scanning a bunch more. Alright, let's get into space.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in
Also, I gave us some new armor and weapons.
Captain Anderson survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back,
Whoops.
Commander. If things go bad on this mission, you're next on the chopping block.
Drop my controller, I got it.
Saren's out there somewhere, and we're gonna find him.
Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. Got anything you want to say to the crew? Now's the time.
Now we do things my way. Be honest.
This is Commander Shepard speaking. We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy.
Yeah.
For too long, our species has stood apart from the others. Now it's time for us to step up and do our part for the rest of the galaxy. Time to show them what humans are made of. This began with an attack on a human settlement in the Traverse. But we know Saren won't stop there. His Geth armies aren't going to stay on the far fringes of Citadel space. Humanity needs to do this. Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped. And I promise you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
He doesn't matter anymore, Jesus.
Captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Alright. Again, it's kind of cool, like, making up your speech as you're going along. And so then there's... Viewpoint, look outside. Okay, a little experience. Yeah, you're making up the speech as you go, and they're just, like, swapping perspectives between all the characters on the crew. Like, the big ones. It's just, like, it's so, like, kind of cheesy and also kind of rousing. It's pretty effective. Okay, so, wait. So, first order of business, galaxy map. Actually, maybe we should go around and talk to the crew before we do this. Oh, wait. We'll come back to that. Let's go talk to everybody. Let's check in. Just seeing if there was something there. Yeah, everyone's below decks. Right. I think in the first game, like, the Normandy was pretty contained. Actually, was the... Right. Was the Normandy... I'm trying to remember details. I think, like, in 3, the thing was way bigger and everyone was all over the place. Now everyone's pretty contained to, like, these lower decks. This was Anderson's room. Anderson's room. Maybe it's ours now. Kaden! Sup, boy? How you doing?
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
Okay, I really didn't talk to Kaden at all in my first playthrough. He just got sidelined by the aliens and everything.
Last mission.
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. We were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
That's fair.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Okay, he didn't have much to say, but we got what we needed. It was like cryosleep pods or something. Okay. Yeah, let's go around. Talk to our people. Oh, I thought that was Joker for a second. I just saw the hat. Chakwas, got anything? Wait. Yeah, Metagel. Chakwas.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance?
I enlisted.
Oh, right, we already talked to her about this.
Humanity needs the Alliance.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
No, wait, hold on. What about...
Yes, Commander?
Nope,
Is
damn
there
it.
something you need?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander. Yes, Commander? Is there
How
something...
well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record. Over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What?
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired for the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Hayden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
Huh.
I should go.
Fair
Goodbye,
enough.
Commander.
Yeah, the more people I talk to, the more information I get. I gotta be useful to my crew and learning more. I'm skipping dialogue options just for the sake of speed, and again, we should be fine on terms of XP, but whenever I see, like, experience points, just sort of like, oh, I could've got those. Okay, it's a short elevator, but it still takes some time. Okay, we got Rex, Lines Requisitions Officer.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor? Well, as long as you don't mind paying.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap.
That's fair.
The licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Alright. So, I don't know... I think he's just got everything I need. Okay, Garrus.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander.
Hell yeah, man.
The Specter would be better than life at CSAC.
Have you worked with a Specter before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Specters make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSAC,
Roguish.
they're carried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
Being a Specter does have its advantages.
Yeah.
Exactly my point. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Sarah was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate it.
I hope you
All
made
right.
the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC.
Alright.
Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to. I understand, Commander.
Okay, yeah. I think, I don't think that's what he was implying, but, it's a little, I guess you can say, like, Dirty Harry attitude, where it's just sort of like, get it done, no matter the cost. But it's just like, hey, we can do this right, if we're gonna do it, our way.
Commander?
How you doing?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
wish you'd got there sooner, Commander.
Okay.
No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
Stop dwelling.
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit.
That's fair.
Yes, sir. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
You couldn't have known.
We never trained to fight synthetics. The Geth haven't gone beyond the Veil in 3 centuries.
Our training's supposed to make us able to adapt. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Can we talk?
You have a few minutes to talk one-on-one.
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duties squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Dismissed, Chief.
Sir.
I was gonna say, I was gonna make a joke like, don't you dare turn me down and pull my gun, but I can't. Okay, yeah, we'll talk to her later. It's early on, so we'll get to this.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story.
Okay.
Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Just a short one.
You Krogan lived for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It isn't?
Seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
So what? I see your point.
Isn't all the same.
Not at all.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
That's fair.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Yeah, this is where Krogan get really interesting.
Solarians, if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, everyone, and no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? Ask a Krogan.
Maybe a brain scientist, but just bashing them across the walls.
Or fight for credits. They'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
So long, Rex.
Yeah. So, like, Krogans are kind of just like, D&D Goliaths, where they're just, like, nomadic, brawly, and, yeah, they're infected so they can't breed, and when you really, coming back to it and just realizing just how messed up that is, like, it, you know, back in the day, like, the Krogans were always, like, very sympathetic, and just, like, the first time playing, it's just sort of like, man, that's horrible, and the older you get, the older you get, the more horrible you realize it is. And
Commander, you know that Quarian Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
yeah.
I've got an eye for Tally, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Carry on, Adams.
Yeah, we don't need to go into too much detail. Anyways, but yeah, just like the Krogan are just like a very interesting race, and the more you talk to them, not just Rex.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm sorry. understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
Normally, they're not.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the get.
Yeah, and yeah, Quarians are kind of like scavengers, machinists, and techies, and they're basically like wear hazmat suits because they're what is it? Yeah, I think they're vulnerable to pretty much any other atmosphere.
Still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly.
More often than not.
Make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel.
Yeah, kind of like...
things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Yeah, how do I... It's kind of like, I guess you can say like, yeah, hold on.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed.
Right.
In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births. Though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
Yeah, I get... how do I put this? Okay. I'm trying to like think of like comparisons to make the Quarians, but I feel like it'd be very insensitive.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty. And they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
In what situations? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, just like the Quarians are kind of like a mishmash of like different like cultures for reference.
No, it's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins, what they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Carry on this thought train.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the council didn't step in and stop you?
Right, because we are...
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal.
Until we made murder robots.
The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So, the Geth share brain power?
Hive mind.
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that.
Oh.
They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input.
Right, okay.
Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious.
Okay.
But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's a little...
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers. As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose?
It didn't end well after that.
Imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long.
No.
The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
It was your fault. They defended themselves.
Blame them for fighting for their survival.
On one hand, you can't.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began.
But it didn't work.
The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld.
And thus the flotilla.
We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the veil. Now we drift through space, exiled, searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
Serves you right. Not
It's
necessarily.
hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
That's phrasing it a little harshly.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place, but we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
Yeah, sorry. Not.
I didn't mean to offend you.
Yeah, it's a very complicated.
Get so worked up. Most Quarians tend to have pretty strong opinions about the Geth.
It makes sense why. Since we're already talking to her. Yeah, so it's just sort of like, you know, each Geth is a unique individual, but when there's more around, they can just think better and therefore become more tactical, be more smart, and yeah.
We leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift.
Right.
It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
Oh, wait.
That doesn't happen.
Sorry, this is repeating.
It's not the best way to make a good...
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
Goodbye. I want to talk about leaving.
See you later.
Yeah, so we got a lot of information from Tali. She's really cool. And yeah, I don't remember being able to, like, see, like, I guess you can say some of her facial features in the base game. I don't know if that's just because of, like, some graphical updating and lighting, so maybe they're just, like, a glow on her or something now. Which, you know, they cover up, so, like, if I recall, it's, like, because they're just, like, very, poor immune systems, so other atmospheres can hurt them. Meanwhile, though, yeah, and also they're just, like, you know, covered up, so, you know, I don't think there's any, you know, any proof of what they actually look like. You know, people have made renditions. I always kind of thought of, how do I put this nicely? I kind of thought, Corians kind of like, I guess you can say, like, they kind of look like Martian Manhunter, is kind of how I always thought of them. Just, like, you know, maybe, like, a shorter head. But that's kind of how I always thought, just, like, kind of like Martian Manhunter. Okay. Now we're in space. So the Citadel's there, and we can zoom out on several different layers. Yeah, try to remember what we can all do here. Okay. Let's just travel to... I'm trying to remember how this all works. Because we can check out other places, and I think we can check out all these other, like, star systems and everything. And there are some spots we can use what was it? The Mako, and, you know, travel on ground, find new missions, do quick side quests, or gather resources. Was the gathering resources thing in this game, or was that 2 and or 3? Well, let's just check. So we got some planets. Yeah, just mainly we can look and learn about some... Can we also find new planets? I don't remember. I should just stay on the main track and we'll... Oh, survey. Okay. Don't know if there's anything we can do for that, but okay. So yeah, we can just check out planets, read up on information, which I want to do, but also I want to keep the pace going.
Message coming in.
Oh.
Patching it through.
Or sometimes we find something.
General distress call. The Sacred Angel medical transport. Critical system failure. Losing power. Emergency landing. Argos.
Okay.
Communications failing. Life support and emergency transponder. Won't last. Please hurry.
They'll be fine. Okay, and level 2 heat hazard. I don't remember how that works. Let's just give it a shot. Let's land and see what happens. I don't remember. Oh, right, pick our squad. Let's go with our brawly boys. We should get on the main... We'll get on the main path here and maybe check out this stuff later. But let's just take a look. Yeah, Mako. Which... I don't remember hating the Mako, or the Mako, in the original game. But, yeah, the Mako is, like, one of, like, the most malign things about the original game. And that's kind of saying something. No, not canceled. Okay, we got a boost. I think that's new. Yeah, so, yeah, just like the... Wait, I should check out the map, because I can do that. Yeah. This is like, this was the more maligned things, because you had to look for resources and do missions, and it didn't control very well. And, you know, at least, like, we got, like, a little boost and such. They made the, you know, the Amako equivalent in Andromeda really good. I got a lot of thoughts on Mass Effect Andromeda. It's not as bad as people say, but I also played it way after it got fully patched and everything. And even then, I still had a lot of graphical issues, but it still had a lot of good aspects going for it that kind of went under the radar. But anyways, we'll get to that when we get to that. Meanwhile... Okay, we can step out of the... Okay, we got something. Terrain insignia recovered. Correct. Okay, well, we found something. Got a bunch of stuff for it. Let's hit these debris. Nope, now return. No! Damn it! I was gonna leap off the edge of that. It was gonna be badass. Okay, hold on. Zoom out real quick. Survey. Okay. I'm not sure if that surveying actually does anything for us, but we're trying. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. It's like some planets are just like nothing and they're just for like lore and other information purposes. Other times it's like finding resources or doing these little Mako missions. And they're just kind of like little self-contained sandbox areas. And again, I don't remember hating the Mako when I first played, but it's always been a divisive mechanic. So apparently a lot of improvements were made to it. I'm trying to remember all the improvements, but apparently, like, it's still weighty, but it feels better to control. It's got, like, this boost. I'm pretty sure that's new. I hope we can increase the capacity of the boost, because that's pretty piddly. So yeah, I don't remember how bad the Mako was, but for now, we got it going. And, you know, it's not super exciting to be traveling across, like, this, you know, giant, bumpy, hard-to-maneuver area. And, you know, we can still get through it fine, it seems. So, you know, that's nice. At least it's not a complete ache to do this. It's kind of fun with how much bounce is going on. Ooh! Electronic skills too low. Damn. Okay, so that come back for that later. Probably increase. Oh yeah, Rex. Didn't I level him up? Oh no, wait. I leveled him up, and then we died a lot. Sure, we'll get him some abilities. Bump up his combat armor and his fitness. Yeah. Otherwise, everyone else is pretty good. Oh, wait, hold on. Since we're... Okay, we need new armor for him. Okay, now try to find this distress beacon. Come on. Nope. I keep pressing the wrong button. For some reason I want to boost with the X. Whoops. Yeah, I actually really like the, you know, the vehicle. It's basically a Mako, right? I like the vehicle in Mass Effect Andromeda since it had, like, different drive systems. So you could switch between, like, four-wheel drive, so you could, like, go through different areas or, like, boost your way up cliff sides. It moved around really fast. It was bouncy, but also, like, really impactful. I thought it was fun. A little tedious at some points, especially when you're, like, thinking all the time, trying to Skyrim horse all across any mountain you find, because, like, hey, it worked before, maybe it'll work for this one. There's something over here. Something else on the map. I'm just seeing what this is. I think it's other materials we can pick up. Wait. There we go. Mineral surveyed. Okay, so I guess if you just look around and find new stuff on the map. Okay, anyways, sorry, getting on track.
There's a wreckage. The signal must be coming from there.
Yeah, there's a trap.
That's fine. Oh, probably should get back in the... Ah! Ah! Oh, the Mako is down. Okay. How far did we get booted back? Did we just get... Okay, we'll try that again. Just for the sake of... I know I'm on normal. I should have just went to casual just for the story. Because I want to enjoy the story. I got too much going on as it is. I can barely get time to record this as it is. And this is going to take a long time just to get through the first game, let alone 3 of them. And there's also Andromeda, if you want to get technical. Which, again, I think Andromeda is still a really good game. But, you know, being able to play it more recently to these and comparing will be interesting. Okay, I'm gonna think this through. Let's create an extra save. Just in case. Whoops. Nope. Nope, not return.
There's a wreckage. The signal must be coming from there.
Yeah, there's a trap.
It's a trap. Okay, no, it's still up. Oops. Okay, Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay, sorry, took long enough. No, don't leave yet. Oh, it's just marked, so it's done. Okay, well, I guess we could just leave now. Okay, sorry, getting on track, trying to remember what that is about. And, you know, might be fun, but we'll maybe tackle those later. Alright, let's head to the dig site. Let's go meet our final party member, Sparta. Whoosh! Okay, let's see. Those traveling plans. I want to read stuff, but I also want to keep the pace going. Unknown. Oh. I thought there was a hole. Okay. So yeah, little hidden things we can find. Did it just appear? Okay.
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
Yeah, okay. I'm trying to remember where we're supposed to go for the Liara thing. Let's try Athens. That sounds appropriate for Liara. Yeah, and this can take a little time going from different star system to star system just to get to... There's a lot. Turian insignia recovered. Okay. Sorry, I forgot about this. This can be a bit tedious. How do our proteins have a large amount of free Proteus has free oxygen. Okay. I'm sure all these planets are fascinating. It builds up the world. It's just trying to keep a pace going. Okay, not here. I think Kenosis? Kenosis? That sounds familiar. Yeah, there's a lot of planets to check out. Nothing there. Nothing there. And large concentration of nitrogen. Yeah, whatever. This must be the dig site. That's gotta be it. Okay. Who do we want along for this? Let's take... Yeah, let's take Garrison Tali with us for now. Actually, yeah. Yeah, this must be the dig site. Maybe? Maybe I'm wrong? No, it must be, because... I think. I suppose I could also... look at my journal. Nope. Look at my journal. Somewhere in this cluster. So maybe here? Guess we'll find out.
Commander, I'm picking up some strange readings. Really strange, like off the damn charts. It looks like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
Yeah, I kind of remember this level. Yeah, I remember another thing is like if you touch the lava on accident, you just die, and that led to some frustration. Meanwhile, yeah, what was it? I saw in an IGN video about like some of the differences and changes that were made. That touching lava now doesn't kill you immediately, but it, you know, pretty close. Along with other gameplay improvements. And I kind of remember this, like a fight through. This was where like I finally tried using a sniper effectively, and I'm just sort of like, no, I hate this sniper. I cannot do this. And I think that's the first time I started a new game on Mass Effect, just because like I gotta choose a different class. This is not working out. Because what was it? Was it a scout? Something based around sniper rifles, and it just like this was not working. He's just standing there being a doof. I leave him alone, but they got XP. stay down. There we go. Okay, we should wrap up here, but let's go a little farther. Whoop, okay, weird quick loading screen, but... We'll be fine. Oop. There we go. Whoops. Do we go around it? Nope. Wait, Jesus. People, calm down. How do we open that up? Is there another way around? Hold on. Okay, yeah, there's a shortcut. Okay. Well, not a shortcut, but an alternate way. Oh, right there. Okay, Jesus. Maps are important. Okay. Whoops! Okay, just take a second to flip them. Trying to, like, clumsily... You can probably get out, but... Okay, I think we can get out. Check out the interiors. Alright, we can use Gialda. Alright. One gate down. We're getting this figured out. Try to quickly back up. Oh, there's another door there. Maybe another opening, maybe just a thing. Either way, there might be a Geth inside. Upgrade kit. We got a something. I got one grenade. Whoops. Come on, stuck on... Right, this isn't like, you know, other third-person shooters like Splinter Cell, where it's like snap to cover with the press of a button. It's a lot more technical and annoying than that.
Securing point.
Okay, this must be the way to open it. Oop, oop, oop. Oh, nope. Got blocked by the barrier. 20 Omni Gel? The chance to heal 20 times at the... just to open up a locker? Just checking in case there's something in here. Would there be like an upgrade kit or something? Nope, nothing. Okay. Worth a shot. Okay, we're making progress. I should really wrap up. I'm so invested now, I want to just keep going. This will be a thing. So we're going to wrap up here for right now. Next time we continue, we will carry on, and we will try to find this Liara Tassone and, you know, get our last teammate. So, until next time, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe and all that. This is Timmara, signing off.